I'm now joined by Tristen Hutchings, American rodeo champion, Rodeo Houston champion, 165,000 plus richer in the last couple of weeks. Tristen, let's start with that. When I tell you that, how does that sound for you?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Everybody likes money, that's for sure. Doing good in the rodeo world's always good. It's good to have confidence, good to have money, and I mean, there's no better time to have it than now.
From what I've seen from you, it's really kind of been, it's always been like this, but recently I've heard you talk more and more about it, this wholesale approach of just mentally, physically, and kind of getting everything locked in post injury and things like that. So just tell me a little bit more about what that process has been like for you this year.
Yeah. The beginning of or the end of last year, I kind of really tuned in. I always try to really tune in before the NFR and get a month or two of really just grinding and mentally and physically earning it. Lots of practice bulls, but overcoming injuries is a big deal in the bull riding world. How you do it, if you'll ever be the same again, I've had two knee injuries this year. Um, Mainly, you just kind of you gotta go see what the injury's like, get an MRI, and then see if you need surgery or not. Well, I could have repaired my PCL, but you can ride bulls without a PCL. And then I had a grade two tear on my MCL. um, Both of them, I just ended up getting my quad stronger again, and lots of physical therapy, getting in the gym, and then finding your way to getting back on practice bulls, and then a little different set of basics I've been using this year. Really practicing them hard, and it's been helping. It's been helping getting a higher percentage of riding done for sure.
How rewarding has it been to see all of that work basically pay immediate dividends? I mean, you mentioned the riding percentages up, and then obviously the two big wins. So, kind of, it feels like everything you've done across the board to ride more bulls and ride for higher scores and have that higher rider over a bull score. It seems like everything's really come together perfectly for you so far.
Yeah, Houston was amazing. It was a lot of work. It was We were there for quite some time, and it was really rewarding to be able to ride 5 out of 6 and get that win. And then the American was more instant gratification. I just showed up on Saturday, drew a really good bull in the 10 man, ride my bull. Only two of us make it back. You had to ride to come back this year, and a lot of people liked that. We had less competitors, but you had to do your job. You couldn't just ride for 6 seconds. So I went in there, and then I did a good ride in 10 man, 4 man, 2 man, whatever you want to call it. I drew a good bull, and I just was really having fun out there. There's a lot of people that are on the back of the chutes there that are on the back of the chutes at the Thomas and Mack, so I felt pretty similar position. A lot of bright lights, and you just got to go enjoy yourself at that time. I mean, when you do put in the work, hard work's over. Tuck always says hard work's over to me. Right as I'm climbing down in the bucket chutes, whether he's there or not, now it's instilled in my brain. Every time I climb in the bucket chutes, hard work's over. Let's just go enjoy ourselves, have fun, and let our muscle memory take over.
What do you? I mean, you mentioned it. What do you make of the having to ride to get there, and then it really being mano a mano you versus TJ Gray for that 100 grand? I mean, that's unlike most scenarios, if any, you'll be in for the rest of your career right there.
For sure. It was the ride off. I mean, TJ's great competition, rides bulls really well. But in my eyes, anytime you put me in 1v1, you know, I only have to beat one guy, and I'm gonna go out there and do my job, in all honesty, then it's just kind of wherever the cards lay. I can't control anything that the judges do. So if I go do my job at the end of the day, I'm happy. We both knew that uh, the other guy was getting 20,000, 25,000 before we even climbed in there, and that's a good day for anybody. So we were already happy. We were happy to be there, and we were happy we drew two good bulls, and I just ended up being able to come on top.
Is it hard not to get ahead of yourself there when you're looking around? You're going, shoot, I only need to beat one guy, not three guys. It's now a 50-50 chance instead of a 25% chance to win this 100 grand. Is it hard to kind of refocus knowing that your job maybe, I don't want to say got a little easier, but it's less competition, better odds?
Yeah, mentally it doesn't. I'd say it more so helps. You're not battling any doubt. You only have one guy to beat, and uh, I mean, whether there's 20 people or two people, you still got to stay on and make the whistle. That's the hardest part, right? So just go out there, make the buzzer, do your best, and I mean, it was a blast. I still have a smile on my face from it. I really don't think you feel the big wins until you go through hard times. Like I won Houston, I won American. I feel blessed, and I'm having a great time with it, But it's through the times when you're not winning and you see how hard it is to get back to winning that you're like, holy cow, I did win the American. I can't even stay on a bull right now, let alone when I stayed on all of those bulls. Wow, that was good. So that's kind of really when it does hit you, when hard times hit you, that's when you really notice when the good times were really good.
What is, I mean, you kind of alluded to this already, but what is that feeling like when you hop off a bull, you're 89 and a quarter, and you know you did just win the America?
Yeah, I didn't know there. I was the first guy out, so
Oh, yeah.
I still had to watch TJ. It felt pretty good. I mean, I had all my friends back there. The whole Frontier crew, they bring most of the majority of the stock there, and I mean, we're all good friends. Everybody's smiling, laughing, and then I mean, it's a little bit of nerves, waiting it out a little bit. But I only had one guy to wait it out. TJ got bucked off, and then they were like, get in the back of the Ranger, and I was like, well, let's make sure no rewrite nothing. I don't want to curse this deal. So it was good. It's not so much overwhelming at the beginning. Uh, it's more the later on that night, next days when you're like, oh, I really did achieve this goal. For bull riders, it's a little different than everybody else. Everybody else, oh, the rocker Damo, they were up there partying, having fun, taking pictures. I got in the Ranger, went and did an interview, turned right around, took pictures, went back upstairs, took more pictures, and we're done. Everybody's gone. There ain't nobody to celebrate with, and I'm not much of a partier, so we come back to Stephenville and ate hard eight, and I met Denny Flynn, and I'm back here. The next morning we went to San Angelo. It's a busy time of year.
Yeah, I noticed on your ride there, and then just in general, and I think I heard you mention this in that zero in interview, is your rider over bull score has just been incredible this year. I mean, you're 2 3 points better than every bull. I didn't see the scores for the American, but I imagine it was the same thing with some of those extra chops that you got in there. But just tell me more about that. I mean, you all year long have been turning 83, 84 point bulls into 86, 87, 88 point rides. I mean, that really, really adds up over the course of a summer, I imagine.
For sure. And I think it attributes a lot to winning. I mean, it takes an eighth place bull to a fifth place bull for sure. But I spur mainly because I enjoy it. It makes it look flashy and it's fun. And it can also be like a strategy to stay on and ride more, is to be loose and cool, being able to be in a position to spur and being aggressive to spur. A lot of times when everybody's clamping down, that's when you need to be spurring. That's when you need to spur yourself out of a situation. And most of the time, when I get right over bull scores that are really good, they go left, and I do spur them. And if I get a right over bull score around to the right, away from my hand, I just usually rode one pretty perfect. Uh, it's always good to have right over bull scores. It means you're doing your job. Uh, there ain't no better feeling than spurring one. I'll tell you that right now.
Is there anything specific? I mean, you mentioned this a little bit, but is it that you're riding so loose, or you can be aggressive, or it's all muscle memory? I mean, what's caused you to be able to do that so successfully this year?
I really couldn't tell you exactly what it's been. It's been a consistent workout schedule. It's been consistent practice pools. It's been consistent about hanging out with the right people that have the right mindset, that think like winners. You got to be around winners. You want to be a winner. Uh, I'm really not doing too much different than what I've done in the past or all last year. Sometimes you just draw good, and sometimes you just have the opportunity that you haven't had in the past. And the thing isn't like he got lucky or someone got lucky, they drew good. No, that person capitalized on that opportunity they were given. Everybody's going to get given an opportunity like that in this game. sooner or later. It's who goes up, who shows up, and capitalizes on that opportunity. I've capitalized on a lot of opportunities this year, and um, in the bull riding world, you've got to figure out how to dust yourself off after you get bucked off and go to the next one. In between my sets in Houston, I went and got bucked off there in Austin, and I had to go back into Houston like I'd never fallen off, and it's hard to scramble up that mentality sometimes when you're getting your butt kicked up and down the road, but you've got to be able to zone in on that and go do that day in and day out, or you ain't got a chance. Them bulls don't care what your track record is. They don't care nothing. They're going to buck no matter what. So I just zero in. I mean, the only thing I've really done that is different is last fall I was getting my butt kicked. I mean, 10, 15 bulls hitting the dirt, every single one of them. And I was sick of losing. And I said, Sage was at the Hondo, and I said, Sage, I know you did the little deals last year when you were hurt. You went through some people's rides. I was like, can you help me out? Can you go through my set of basics and see what I'm doing wrong? And he gave me just a couple little tips, went through some videos, did some personalized videos for me. And now I'm training in a way that I can really benefit from everything I'm doing, breaking it down. Sage Kimzey breaks it down way more than anybody I've ever heard about doing it. And I started doing that, and it really has helped me quite a bit. And then I've been out to JB's a little bit here in Stephenville. I think if you surround yourself with people that not only ride good, have a good set of basics, and the mentality that them two have, I think you're giving yourself all the tools in your toolbox to go succeed.
It feels like too. I mean, your mental game is so sharp right now from everything I can tell. Is that from that conversation with Sage? Is that confidence? Just tell me a little bit more about kind of mentally what you're doing to have the right mindset every time you get on a bull.
Uh, the whole mental side's kind of all on my own. The whole physical side's kind of physical stuff. That's mainly what I've gotten help with. The mental deal, I mean, if you see $220,000 get put into your bank account, it's hard to go think you're not gonna do good. Winning. I mean, you got to stay as humble as you can after you win or do that good, and that's what makes a good winner. But uh, getting up at 7, 8 in the morning, going to the gym, and doing it. My most favorite quote ever is, "Do what you hate to do, but do it like you love it." It's not the 8 seconds that went and paved the way for the $200,000. It's getting up 7 a.m., 8 a.m., or going to bed at whatever time on Saturday when everybody else is partying, so you can get up Sunday, go to church, and then go get a workout in. It's the little things that not everybody sees is what makes people mentally strong or non-mentally strong.
Then just last thing, we'll leave it here for you. But number three in the world, just kind of big picture, what's your outlook for the summer? Obviously, the season's gone really well for you, but just where's your head at kind of as we wrap up the Texas swing, get a little bit in the summer run, and then before we know it, we'll blink and it's time to go to Las Vegas.
Yeah, I'm ready to hit the road. I enjoy being home. I enjoy building my place, but if there's any year for me to zone in and just think about bull riding, this is the year. I'm not saying that I have big expectations or anything, but if I was out here trying to go for the summer and not thinking about a world title, I'd be crazy. I would really like to achieve more goals. Houston, American, those were big check marks off my list, but everybody's got that real big check mark there at the NFR. NFR average is a heck of a goal, and the world title is a heck of a goal, but there's some steep competition. They're not going to back off either. So I'm not going to try and do anything that I haven't done in the last couple of months, and I'm not going to quit doing anything I have been doing in the last couple of months. So I'm going to let the cards fall where they may. I'm going to draw good. I'm going to draw bad up and down the road this summer, and I've got to take them all with a grain of salt, and I've got to stay healthy all at the same time. But um, I don't see no reason why I can't do it.
Does it help in the back of your mind knowing that you've ridden 5 of 10 at the NFR before, that you've won 4 go-arounds in an NFR before, just knowing that, hey, if you get there and you get there in the top 5 in the world, you've got as good of a shot as anybody, and have proven you've got as good of a shot as anybody?
For sure, I'm very confident in that arena. I do, and I enjoy it. I mean, when you rodeo for 3 or 4 years in the PRCA, you get a little friend group. I mean, I have my high school buddies, but I mean, 4 or 5 of them and everybody else I know is from pro rodeo. So when you get there and you're doing it in front of your friends, you're comfortable. You've had recent success in the building. It it just turns into a blast, and then you just go zone in and have fun. So just there's a couple big rodeos still, Calgary, Reno. I'd like to check them off my list, and I mean, I've already won Reno, but a couple more big wins sure would help. I'm ready. Get me to the Thomas and Mack, and then I'll let the cards fall where they may. Stetson Wright's an amazing athlete, so I've seen him do some stuff that no one else can do. So I'm gonna keep practicing hard and enjoying life, and I'm gonna enjoy the little things.
Tristen Hutchings, American champion, Rodeo Houston champion, number 3 in the world. Stay healthy. Thanks for joining me.
Yes, sir.